from his days at UCLA. His team, Spurs, take on the Galaxy. The first half kick is coming up next. Tonight, LA's Irish hitman Robbie Keane will lead the Galaxy alongside defender Omar Gonzalez and one of the new shining stars in the Galaxy kit, Jose Villarreal, against Tottenham and first-year Spurs manager Andre Villas-Boas. The London club features some of its own stars in Jermaine Defoe, Dutch international Rafael van der Vaart, and former U.S. national team keeper Brad Friedel. They're all on the pitch coming up next.
Get our mate, Tottenham Go LA Galaxy, beat the Spurs!
Club colors and pride will be on the line tonight at the Home Depot Center. Tottenham Hotspur from London taking on the reigning MLS Cup champions, the LA Galaxy. It's all part of an international friendly right here on KDOC, and we have it coming up for you next. Alongside Galaxy legend Kobe Jones, my name is Mark Rogandino. Kobe, we have a little bit of a different vibe, if you will, here tonight at the Home Depot Center. We step outside of the MLS realm for a moment, and the international friendly takes center stage.
Exactly. These international friendlies are something special because it's a chance for coaches to take a look at some of the players that really haven't gotten a lot of playing time, and it's a chance for the players to, take chances and do something special.
I think that's specifically true for some of the young players, and we start with Jose Villarreal, certainly a new shining star for the Galaxy.
Exactly. This kid has something special, and he showed it in the last game. He's someone that can come off the bench right now for the Galaxy and make something happen. The talk amongst the team is that he's so technical and skillful that he's going to be doing something big for this club in the future.
If he's carrying the torch for the younger players, there is no question that former Spurs striker Robbie Keane carries the torch for some of the older ones.
Well, Robbie Keane, he's that veteran player, and this is like home and home for him. He's got his old club and his new club here tonight, so he's got to be happy to show off tonight.
238 appearances all-time for Robbie Keane when he played for Tottenham Hotspur, as you saw from the graphic there. 2 separate stints in between with the London club. Well, we bring in Heidi Watney to talk about not the relationship between the two clubs, but the relationship between those two players.
Well, that's right. When 18-year-old Jose Villarreal scored his first goal last Wednesday in MLS, he is making his first start tonight. And Robbie Keane has really taken him under his wing. Villarreal told me that it is great to not only be able to play in MLS as an 18-year-old straight out of high school, but to be able to play with guys like Keane to get advice from him. Robbie told me that he thinks that Villarreal has great instincts and a great left foot, and he really is enjoying mentoring the young player.
What an endorsement for the 18-year-old to get it from the Irish national team captain Robbie Keane. Now we turn the page over and talk a little bit about Tottenham Hotspur. They've got some great faces of their own, and it starts with the Dutch international, Rafael van der Vaart.
Well, when you talk about Van der Vaart, there was a whole lot of rumors last year about him. Is he going to stay? Is he going to go with the team? But he is something special, and he's already said this year that this is where he wants to be. You know, he's been told by the coach that he's an integral part of this team and a part of the future. Just
29 years of age for the Dutchman, but they also have Gareth Bale, a player that has had some fantastic seasons and coming back from injury.
Well, what I like to see here, 21 years old, 2010-11 Player of the Year. I mean, he's something special, you know, not only for Tottenham, but also for the English national team.
We'll see if he can find that form, and it'll begin here tonight against the Galaxy. Brad Friedel, some good ties to Southern California from his days at UCLA. His team, Spurs, take on the Galaxy. The first half kick is coming up next. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Los Angeles Galaxy Soccer is brought to you by Wingstop. Order online at wingstop.com. Los Angeles Galaxy Soccer is brought to you by Wingstop. Order online at wingstop.com. Welcome back inside of the Home Depot Center, home of your MLS Cup champion LA Galaxy, where tonight they face off for the 4th time against English opposition on the international friendly stage. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups. And we begin, Kobe, first with Bruce Arena's 11.
And like we knew it was going to happen with these friendlies, we're just going to take a look at some players. And obviously, Villarreal up front is the person that we want to look at and see as this young player, what he can do up top. And then obviously, Omar Gonzalez coming back for a start again with the Galaxy, coming off of his major injury.
It'll be his 2nd start since he started the opening half against the Philadelphia Union. Here's the London outfit, Tottenham Hotspur.
And here's the issue, Villas-Boas in charge. It's going to be interesting to see how this goes for him and how he's going to play. I think everyone in Tottenham is interested to see how this is going to happen. But then we have Bale coming in here and going to get a go after coming off of his injury. And then obviously you see the coach there. There's the interest. What's he going to do with this team coming in as a new coach, having some new signings, and what is going to be the difference bringing Tottenham from a 4th place team to compete to go into the Champions League in the future?
Well, they're hoping that he has some of the success that he had when he was the manager at Porto. Tremendous season there, including doing the treble. And then you see Bruce Arena, the coach for the LA Galaxy, also the general manager, 5th season as the Galaxy head coach, and his 4th full season as the LA Galaxy head coach. Jovan Karofsky, Dave Sarakin, and Kurt Analfo sitting next to him on the Galaxy bench. Arena was pretty candid yesterday at training about the opportunity for some of his young players to get a good run out and see how they stack up on a stage against some international talent. Robbie Keane, the former Spurs man, actually he wore the captain's band quite often when Ledley King was not in the lineup as well. Stevens looking for the early ball in. Kudachini came, and it's knocked out by the Tottenham defense. Tottenham defending the goal to Kobe in my left in the all-white kits. And the Galaxy, for the 2nd straight match, come out in that 3rd strip of theirs. Black from head to toe with the gold numbers on the back. Off and running is Tottenham Hotspur. And AJ De La Garza will step in to win the ball there.
And just right off the bat, it's a great start for the Galaxy to come out and actually put some pressure on the Tottenham defense, showing to the Tottenham team, okay, this is a friendly, but we're going to come at you. We're going to put some pressure on and see if we can go for the victory here.
Stevens switches it out here to the near side. Brian Gall, the rookie, making his 2nd straight start since the injury to the normal left back Todd Dunham, the calf injury he picked up in the 1st half against Vancouver. And Omar Gonzalez slowly but surely making his way back to 100% fit from that knee injury he picked up in January. Sarvas for Gall, pushing forward up the left side into the space, trying to spring Jimenez, who for the first time this season after 7 starts at the right midfield spot will start at the left midfield spot, with Sean Franklin pushing into the midfield from his normal right back position.
Well, that's the change that we're going to see with the Galaxy here. Bruce Arena had mentioned this is his ultimate, what he sees in the future for this team. He's going to have the 2 big boys in the middle, and then he likes the intelligence that AJ De La Garza has to play that right back position where he can get up and down and then also come inside and help, but also with Sean Franklin in the midfield, use his speed to get Franklin into the attack much more often.
And every now and then over the course of his career since he came into the league in 2008 with Sean Franklin, you've seen some of his attacking tendencies. At times he makes mistakes, but every now and then he'll flash some good decision making and some good skill in the final third to help create some dangerous chances. Cleared out by Kyle Walker from the back. Gall trying to win it here against Van der Vaart, and the Dutchman is whistled for the foul. Van der Vaart enters his 3rd season with Tottenham.
What we see is just a little clip by Van der Vaart, nothing major. A love tap, as you always say, I like to say.
I'm sure we're going to see a few of those here tonight. Brian Perk making his 5th appearance of 2012. Actually winless so far in his MLS 4 appearances. Remember, that was all during that tough span for the LA when they went 7 matches without a win. Yunus Kabul wearing the captain's armband here tonight for Spurs. Cudicini, 38-year-old Italian goalkeeper, releases it out. And now Spurs control the possession in the middle part of the park. Here's Walker, looking for the interchange up the right side. Finds some space. Gall able to get back defensively and poked out by Jimenez. Good entry pass here. Off and running down the left side is Bale. That's where he's dangerous. Serves it all the way across. It'll come loose here for Townsend. Sarvis working hard to try and get to it, and he does. Good collection there from the 30-year-old Brazilian, and now Jimenez really doesn't have much of a choice. Plays it into the space. And our first look at the teenager, Villarreal, on the ball. Keane under pressure and knocks it out for a throw at midfield for LA. Kobe, obviously a whole different ball game for Jose Villarreal in a sense that when he came on against Vancouver, came in as a substitute in the waning moments of the second half, just trying to push forward and help create chances. But now he steps out on the field against the likes of Yunus Kabul, Jan Vertonghen, Van der Vaart, Gareth Bale. These are names he probably a couple of years ago or even months ago, he only dreamed about stepping on the same pitch as those guys.
Well, this is a great opportunity for the youngster to get in there and actually show his mettle. You know, one of the criticisms is that he's small, but he is quick. You know, but it's about his issues, his strength, and this is an opportunity for him to kind of match up with the big boys, as you said.
Keane will bring it down. Vertonghen defending there. And then right back the other way. Omar finds his spot to head it clear. Stevens trying to keep it alive for LA. Lopez, not much of a choice, but just to push it forward. And the ball finally settles in the middle part of the park. Oh, Jimenez with the giveaway. It was read by Townsend. And immediately, Hector Jimenez has to track back to get ball side. Walker. Little feint move to the right, brings it back to his left. Townsend with the bending shot, and Perk lines it up to make his first save of the game.
And this is the threat for the Galaxy. You see the numbers come in, but then the layoff right here for Townsend. And they step out very quickly, the Galaxy defense, which is good because you can't let a player like Townsend have a clear shot and opportunity of goal from him.
Keane pressuring there against Cudicini, as well as Yunus Kabul. And the French international has to clear it out for a throw for LA. The Galaxy look to play quickly. Franklin lifting his chin, and he overcooks that one past everyone, and it'll come out on the near side.
That's just got to be a better ball put in by Franklin there. You have these opportunities on the wing. That's got to be a cross low across the face of the goal to let your forwards get onto it, or something just driven a little bit off the ground. Just give an opportunity. Those high balls that go to the other side over everyone, you know, it's discouraging for the front line.
I think the debate is still out whether or not that's Sean Franklin's best position. I know he likes being in the midfield. Keane looking for a window, chipping toward the backside. Halfway in between a cross and a shot, but it almost finds that far side netting.
You see the steal by the Galaxy right there, and it gets to Keane. And Keane just uses a little bit of class here to go for the chip. You know, the question's going to be there if that was a cross or if he was trying to chip for a goal.
I think it's called a crot.
Fair enough. I won't comment on that.
Or a Schross. Starting this October, Time Warner Cable Sportsnet is the exclusive home of your Los Angeles Galaxy. For more information, visit twcsportsnet.com. I think it's over 120 live sporting events will come your way on Time Warner Cable Sports Net. The Galaxy very happy about the partnership that will launch in early October. Long ball forward. Van der Vaart hovering underneath it. His first touch ends up right at the feet of Brian Gall. Now Sarvas. Keane dipping into a pocket here to find the ball at his feet. Galaxy showing some patience here in the opening minutes of this one at the HDC. Happy to have you along here on KDOC. Marco Gandino, Kobe Jones. We have Heidi Watney down in between the benches on the sideline. And as you might expect here in Southern California, fans still filing their way into the Home Depot Center. Probably a little bit of midweek traffic keeping fans from getting here in time for the opening kickoff. Walker looking to combine on the right side with Townsend. Gall, as Townsend pushes it around him. Jimenez will track back defensively. Loose ball picked up by Hector Jimenez.
You can just see a good sliding tackle in there by Stevens. No foul, does a good job. You can see so far right now just the technical ability of the Tottenham team seems to be high quality, even though they're just starting preseason right now. It just lets you know this is something that the Galaxy needs to be very aware of as far as in the tight spaces, but also their speed and quickness all over the field, especially on the wings, is such a danger for Tottenham.
Gall. Tight spot here, pushes it forward for Jimenez, just enough of a touch to get it on for Keane. Keane turning, and Kabul with a timely tackle to win back the possession for Spurs as Walker sends it back for Cudicini. Well, this is their third match in preseason play for Tottenham. They closed door friendly against Brentford. They won 3-2 and then a 2-0 win against Stevenage.
You see Lopez here using just a little bit of technical ability himself, getting out of a tight spot. He gets it to Gall, who actually does a little, little ball over the top.
Long ball looking here for Jermaine Defoe. Gall intelligently heads it back so the goalkeeper Brian Pert can pick it up.
And what Bruce Arena is happy about with Gall is the fact is how cool, calm, and collected he is on the ball. And that goes to the fact that he's actually a converted striker. So he's able to understand the situation, that there's going to be pressure on him, and do well with it.
Franklin trying to get in behind Basong, but the bigger, stronger defender able to hold off Sean Franklin and then pick up the whistle. 26-year-old Cameroonian international.
And this is good by Franklin. He shows actually a little pace to actually beat Basong and get around him, but lacking a little bit of the strength that Basong has to actually body him off of the ball.
Well, there's probably a 25 or 30-pound difference in weight, maybe, and a couple of inches there for Sebastian Basong.
Easily.
Over Sean Franklin. Galaxy will fall back into their shape. LA hoping tonight that for the first time they can pull off a win against English opposition. Long distance shot and the save with the left hand from Perk. I think it caught him by surprise. He might have been checking his positioning for a moment, and just as he did, Jermaine Defoe let it go.
Well, you see this shot as Defoe cuts inside. It does catch Perk off a little bit. He's got to be a little bit more aware there. But it's a great shot there, and it's good. He does a good job where he's able to push it just wide.
Spurs going to get their first corner on the night. Perk, center of the 6, and an easy pick there for the former UCLA man. Galaxy quickly looking to counter back in the other direction. Here's Villarreal. Picks out Sarvis. Lopez brings it across midfield. Now Gall has help from Keane. He'll use it from the Irish national team captain, Sarvas. Galaxy having no trouble moving the ball in this part of the field. Oh, that one's over hit there from Omar Gonzalez. Looking for a fun way to get your child involved in soccer and fitness? Enroll your child in Galaxy Juniors, a developmental program for kids ages 4 to 9 that will introduce your child to the game of soccer at the Los Angeles Galaxy Soccer Center in Torrance. For more information, visit lagalaxy.com/soccer center. Closing in on a quarter of an hour behind us here on a gorgeous evening in Carson, California. Sarvas, long diagonal ball as De La Garza pushes forward from the right back spot. Gareth Bale tracking him the entire way. Now Franklin. Stevens.
Now this is where the Galaxy needs to get something out of this. You've gotten it near their 18-yard box. You don't want to keep falling and going backwards.
Sarvas trying to direct traffic after he released the ball off of his feet. As you look at it from the wide pictures here from our camera shots, you can see that how well, even in this early preseason, the lines are organized for Tottenham in terms of defensive positioning.
You can just see Van der Vaart comes in there a little bit, catches a little bit of the player. Don't think it's enough to actually get a foul, but the referee calls it. You see Van der Vaart was a little upset by that call.
Jimenez trying to cut it inside. And here comes Andros Townsend. Looking for the early ball through to Spring Defoe. I guess, Kobe, the one thing that will be interesting to watch here in the first half is Defoe almost playing with 3 players in behind him, almost alone up there as that lone player up top. Be interesting to see who's going to come support him. Moments ago, LA trying to spring Jimenez through Robbie Keane. And easily defended by Spurs. Tottenham finishing 4th this past season in the Barclays Premier League, just 1 point behind their London rivals, Arsenal. And the 2-time winners in top-flight English football, though none since the Premier League was formally brought together in the early 90s. Tottenham with 2 shots on goal so far. LA yet to record their first, and Brian Pert consequently with a couple of saves so far here tonight. Walker. Livermore trying to spring the long one to the far side. Nicely headed down over there by Gareth Bale. Sigurdsson, one of their new signings, comes in, and it's 1-0 Tottenham! It started with the head of Bale, and it finishes with the head of Bale. 1-0 Spurs.
You just see a great ball that's put over the top, a little bit high in there. Bale gets the deflection just to get it out wide, and then you see Sigurdsson, the new signing. Beautiful ball into Bale. He's able to strike that and puts it over Perk's head. He has no chance. And what was great about this play is you see that Bale sees that he's off.